how transition destroys the female body even if you stop. So this woman went through a transition, female to male. So I want to see exactly what's going on here. She seems to be a little emotional about the situation. So I kind of want to see what this story has in it, because I'm pretty sure there are some interesting points that we can actually speak about in this video.
I was a teenager.
Okay.
I was a teenager.
Okay.
First of all, I'm sorry if I'm crying and I look like a mess. I've literally been recovering from surgery for like 2 months. I hate crying on camera because I think I sound so stupid that I just can't help it. Last year I found a cyst on my thigh. I had a dream that God told me that I would be losing both of my legs. Not literally, and then that's when I found it. And it was my injection site. I recognized my injection site because I was injecting testosterone for 3 years. I'm not stupid.
As a teenager?
And I knew exactly where because I was...
So teenagers are allowed to go through transition as far as testosterone shots or injections and stuff like that? Let me know in the comment section down below, because I had no idea. I had somebody close to me go through a process. I'm about to say FTM, not FTM, but MTF, male to female, and he had to go through a whole ordeal, a whole situation. Had to go see a psychiatrist, psychologist, one of them. I think it was a psychiatrist. Had to see somebody and make sure you're mentally sound enough to go forward with this. So I don't know how she did this, but okay. All right, times have changed. You wouldn't have seen this shit when I was growing up.
Site because I was injecting testosterone for 3 years. I'm not stupid. And I knew exactly where because I would always pick the squishiest part of my leg so that the needles would hurt less.
Okay.
I would grab my fat and then pick the soft squishy. That's what I called it. So I was a teenager.
Right, you're a baby.
I couldn't walk for like 2 months. I couldn't get my surgery for like another 2. And
okay, I'm gonna say this. Me personally, and I want to know how you feel about it in the comments section down below too. So I want you to share your thoughts, share your opinion on how you feel about this. Me personally, if I had a son or a daughter who wanted to transition as a teenager, you're not doing it. Okay, you're not doing it under my roof, not right now. Because me personally, I don't see that you can make a decision that is going to change and alter your life and your body and your chemistry and all of those things. I can't see you making that type of judgment call as a kid. You're a teenager. You're a kid. You're not even 18 yet. You're not even an adult. So me personally, it's a no for me. I'm not allowing that for my child. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And another reason why I'm saying this is because I had thoughts of that when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I remember praying to God when I was like 6 or 7 years old. I kid you not. And those of you who have been watching my videos for a long time, you know that I was praying to God since I was like 6 or 7 years old. God, please chop off my titties and let me grow a penis. Okay, this is exactly my prayers to God. Sorry, God. I didn't know any better, okay? But I was praying to God for these things to happen to me. Imagine if I would have went through with that. I wouldn't be who I am today, the beautiful being that I am today. And I'm not saying that you're not a beautiful being if you do transition and you do decide to make these bodily changes. All I'm saying is, as a kid, we don't have the mental capacity yet or the life experience yet to determine whether or not we should make such a big change, such a transformational change in our lives. Because by the time I'm 18, I ain't chopping off shit and I ain't trying to grow shit, you know? But that's me speaking from my own experience and my own perspective. I can't speak for anybody but me, and I'm not saying or judging anybody else who has done it. Just me personally, and if it was my kid that I brought into this world, baby, hell no. Okay, when you turn 18, you can do whatever you want to do. But you are a child in my home and it's not going, I'm not going, and you not going. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. I know I could get some like backlash from that. I'm totally okay with that, but I just know what I wouldn't tolerate, you know, if I was in a situation to where I was the parent and I had a kid who wanted to transition so fucking young. It's not happening.
Was infected and the infection didn't go away. Apparently, I have had it all along since.
Also, your body is still growing. Your parts are still growing. You're still growing. And you're already trying to mutilate, you know, like your bodies and transform all of it. No, bro, we're not doing that. You haven't even grown your adult parts yet. Hell no.
The surgeon and the doctor said that the needles cause scar tissue, and that's why the cyst was very, very deep, because only a needle can get that deep. And recovering from surgery has been so hard. Trying to sit, trying to walk. I was literally trapped the entire year last year.
How old is she?
And this is not the hardest surgery I've had related to detransitioner at all. I have 3 scars on my stomach from surgery. I was hospitalized for 2 weeks. It's not the worst. But today I woke up and I found one on my other leg. Same spot where I used to inject. And it's weird because the pain, it feels very similar. I think you'll only understand this if you take testosterone, but like after you inject your needles, it feels sore. And because you're injecting it so often, there's like this specific ache to it. And your thighs feel raw when you sit down.
Ain't worth it.
That's what it feels like. Weirdly, but it
time.
feels worse.
I ain't got time.
I just think it's odd that the pain feels very similar. Like just sitting here right now with the new cyst, it's very reminiscent of what it would feel like. And I guess like maybe that should have been my red flag back then. You know, there were several times where I would inject and blood would spurt out, or when I was sitting at my school desk and I just remember my thighs being in pain.
I need to know who your parents are and like how is this happening? And like I said, I'm not here to judge. But how is this happening? How is it happening? How is a kid able to go through something like this? A kid. Does anybody else find anything crazy? Does anybody else find this crazy? We got dudes out here who are taking steroids, right? Grown men who are taking steroids. And a lot of these grown men get shit for taking steroids. But here we have a kid who has made the decision as a child to do the same thing as these grown men are doing. I can't fathom it, y'all. I can't fathom it.
I'm assuming because I found it, it must be infected. I mean, that's what they told me. I had it this whole time.
Who's approving this?
The reason I noticed it was because it just got infected. I don't know how. It's just so frustrating, and it makes me so angry that even when you stop testosterone, even when you stop this, there's no going back. You're gonna be dealing with health issues for the rest of your life. Mm-hmm. I woke up sobbing and wailing, want to go through another surgery.
And that's why the fitness community, the fitness industry that is filled with, what do you call them? Guys who are not natty, meaning they're not natural. They're taking anabolic steroids to get bigger, or to at least maintain the physique that they have that might look natural, but it's not natural. It's steroids. That's why they get so much shit for that, because of their negative side effects. Even if you try to get off cycle or you try to stop taking it, like she said, you're going to continuously have issues. And that's why it's so looked down upon. And you mean to tell me that you allowed a child to make such a decision? Come on, man. Like, I want to talk to the parents, and I want to talk to the doctors who approve this too, because this is crazy. I know we're living in another time, and I'm so grateful that now we are being accepted as the LGBTQ. LMNO, you got to skip P because they try to put the P in there, and we all know what the P is, and the P does not fit. We do not claim the P. If y'all know what I'm talking about. They try to stick, that's a whole nother topic, but they try to factor in the P default in with the LGBTQ, and that is just not acceptable at all. But I'm so glad that we are now being accepted to be who we are and love who we want to love. Because when I was growing up, it was still taboo. Now we're being accepted. But this right here, I just can't co-sign. I can't co-sign this. Let me know what you guys think.
I don't want to do this again. And I shouldn't have to. If you told me at 17, if you sat there and told me at every single issue, every single surgery that I would have because of the stupid injection that doesn't even work because I cannot become a man, I would have said no. I would have said no, and I would have had a different life. But you robbed me of that choice.
That's what I'm saying. The parents and the doctor. Because who approved this? Like I said, I personally know somebody very close to me who wanted to transition. Didn't fully transition, but was taking the medications and things like that. Even to just get on the medications. Fuck the surgery. Even to get on the medications. Had so many checks and balances. Had to speak to a psychiatrist, like I said, to make sure that you were mentally sound. Because you are doing something that is against not even society norms or anything like that. It's beyond that. Being gay, that is against society norms. Polyamorous relationships, against society norms. Having more than one girlfriend or boyfriend, or being in an open relationship, against society norms. But not only is it against society norms to take medication that alters your chemistry, your body chemistry, and also surgeries, this is affecting your natural way of living, your natural way of life. And one thing about it is, and you just really have to think, do I want to get on medications and do this whole transition thing when I know that if there was ever a crisis, if they was out here purging, because it doesn't look good out here, okay? We got a lot of shit going on with politics and in the world right now. It's a lot of crazy shit going on. Am I comfortable with the fact that if I get on these pills, I get on these medications, I do whatever surgeries, am I okay with the fact that if for some strange reason I can't get a hold of the medications, I will revert back to my goddamn original gender? Because that's my nature? By nature, I was made this way, and so it doesn't matter what I do. If I stop doing what I'm doing right now, taking the medications, all of that, I'm going to snap back to reality? Do I want to take that risk? Am I okay with that? You got to be okay with that, and you got to accept that. Me personally, I don't want to take medications for the rest of my life to try to, you know what I'm saying? That's not me, but some people are totally okay with that. So that is something that you need to go through in your mind before you even think about doing these type of things, because you're altering your makeup. The makeup of who you are and who you know what I'm saying, who you came into this world as. You're altering that. You know? I don't think any of us know better than God, or I don't think we know better than nature. You know? And no matter what we do, the moment you stop taking them pills and medication, your ass is gonna you're gonna snap back to what you were made as. It just is what it is, because you cannot fight the force of nature. It is what it is. You know? And like I said, this is not to judge anybody. I'm stating facts. And I'm giving my opinion on the situation here. In no way, shape, or form do I believe that this young lady should have been able to make such a choice. Now, I don't know if she went behind her parents' back to go do this, because The dude Clavicular. I don't know if you guys seen Clavicular. The dude who has been trending online for looks maxing and been taking steroids, shooting steroids, injecting steroids, and since he was like 16, injecting little cheek things. I don't know what they're called. I don't know if it's Botox or what it is. Injecting that in his fucking cheeks and stuff at 16 years old. I mean, he's not anymore. I think he might be 18 now. I don't know. But he's been doing that since he was like 16 years old. So this world is getting weirder and weirder, man. It's getting weird out here, you know? And like I said, I don't judge anybody as an adult. I feel like if you're an adult and you choose to make that choice, then okay, an adult can make that decision because you are an adult. But as a child, fam, come on, bruh. Come on, man. Come on.
You lied to me. You told me that I would die, that I would off myself. You threatened my family.
What?
Like my mom just keeps saying, I would tell you not to take it. But what the fuck are you supposed to do in that situation? When you're threatening me as a child to take me out of my home, that I would be separated from my parents.
What?
That if I didn't take this one day, one magical day, I would want to off myself.
Huh?
And I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear whining about, why take it out on the community? You know what? I don't think detransitioners are angry enough. I think with everything we endure, we're not hateful enough. Anybody would want to see that shit burn to the ground. If you were sold into a fad, into the biggest medical scandal in human history, I mean, think about it. It's a lie. It's a lie. You can't switch sexes. You can't switch genders. You can't. That's like...
This is a very, very touchy subject. Very, very touchy subject. Very, very touchy subject. But I want to know. Comment down below and let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Very, very touchy. And I have a lot of opinions, but I'm not gonna say all my opinions. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna keep it copacetic. But yeah.
Like a child, they will die if they don't take this medicine that will make them fly and grow them wings. No, you shouldn't be mean to each other. I don't encourage being divisive, but I just don't think detransitioners are angry enough. I don't think we as a society are angry enough. I mean, I literally just got threatened that some guy was gonna come shoot me in the face.
What?
But it's just never enough.
For what?
It's just never enough. It never slows down. Things never get better. I guess the whistleblower curse is real. I mean, I am so grateful at the $2 million lawsuit that just happened that caused many places to ban transition for minors or anybody below 19.
I agree with that.
So, sadly, I don't think it will be enough until more detransitioners come forward, and I am seeing it increase day by day. I should be out living my life with a healthy body, not perpetually resting and preparing for more doctor's visits, more surgeries. I'm sorry for crying and being emotional. I've been crying all day long. I'm just really scared. It's just been so much. Ovarian cyst, my gallbladder, it's too much.
I feel bad for her, man. I feel really bad for her. And I didn't even know this was a thing. The only thing that I heard about like a possible transitioning or something like that was like, I don't even think it was a transition though. Like D-Wade's son, I think he was just identifying as like a girl or something like that. I don't think there was any transitioning medication or any steps towards like physical changes. But this is crazy, man. This is crazy. This is a very touchy, sensitive subject, and I don't want to offend anybody. But I do have my views on this, and like I said, as an adult, make the decision that you feel is right for you. Can't nobody tell you how you feel. So I believe that it is totally fine and totally okay for an adult to make this decision. But for a kid to make this decision, and for doctors to actually be approving this type of surgery, parents are approving these type of things, or medications and stuff like that, for these kids to be on, to me, is absolutely insane and diabolical. You would never hear me allowing my son or daughter to do any of that until you're grown as fuck. Then you can do whatever the fuck you fly like an eagle. Do what you want to do. Because at this point, you're an adult. I can't do anything. I mean, if you ask for my advice, I can advise you on what I think, but you're still an adult now. So you do whatever you feel is gonna, be best for you. But as a child, we ain't doing none of that. None of that. So let me know what you think in the comments.